Friday night sound session with John Moore and DJ Hyphen on KUBE 93.
Support for quality like underground hip hop, even in the mainstream. Part of that is mandated through CanCon and the Maple system. Is that right? Where Canadian radio is kind of like plays domestic music, produced music, and blah blah blah. Well, give us your take on that, and then the Juno Awards.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Okay, yeah.
It's a blessing and a curse. The reason why is like, it's the concept is dope.
Yeah.
But they just they won't implement the system the way that it should be implemented. Because basically what it is they have to. Every radio station has to play. I believe it's 30% CanCon, so music. 30% Canadian content. But what they'll end up doing is they'll play 50 groups to fill up that content. And out of the 50, maybe 2 are dope. So what ends up happening a lot of times is you get all this mud duck music all over the radio. So it's dope to where it encourages more people to do music because maybe they can get on the radio and get heard. But because of the CanCon, what happens is instead of forcing quality music to be on, it's forcing Canadian music to be on. Yeah. So it's not dope. Like, to me, what they should do, and it's not really like to say because my music is played, I should be one of those people. But it's like, if you have 5 to 10 artists that are real ill, I believe that you can create proper stars within Canada. Because that's another thing we don't do, is we don't develop stars there. You know what I mean? Like, it's a weird thing that we'd have to talk about for a long time. But Canada, they don't embrace their own a lot of the times until they go internationally and are accepted by the rest of the world. Then they come back and they're celebrities. So I feel you could play the hottest 5 to 10 artists all the time. You understand what I'm saying? And the same way that they would do it in Atlanta, in New York, in LA. You understand what I'm saying? How they break those artists. You go and you're like, who is this artist that you just hear all the time, and you hear it so much, and it's dope until the point to where we're in Atlanta, we support X, Y, and Z, or we're in New York, this is a new hot person. Instead, we have the 50 people, and it just becomes random. You understand what I'm saying? So whereas you could get on the radio, it just brings down the level of music, I believe anyway, that's on the radio. So I mean, the theory, in theory it's dope, you know what I mean, to support your own, but you don't need to support every single demo that you get across your desk.
No.
You know what I mean? And as far as the Junos is some BS too. Like, that's that's our version of the Grammys or whatever. The Junos is some random stuff. Like, in one sense, it's kind of dope because they nominated one of my mixtapes for a Juno award, the Kill Blood Clot Bill mixtape, which is absolutely retarded. Because imagine a mixtape being nominated at the Grammys. You understand what I'm saying? So it was dope for me because they're like, how's it feel to be nominated this year? I was like, you guys' system is retarded, so it feels good to be on TV for for some mixtape stuff. So whatever.
All right, well, on a slightly more serious connection between Canada and the U.S., how much do you guys follow the politics? I mean, obviously it affects you guys a lot, what we do down here politically, so how much are you following this particular election?
Well, I'll tell you 2 things. It really doesn't affect us that much.
All right, you guys are just doing your own thing.
We actually have our own government. We have this thing called a prime minister, stuff like that. We actually govern our own country.
No doubt.
It's funny because honestly, I was just reading this magazine article, and they were asking KRS-One a lot of different questions, and he's like, I don't know why you guys give a fuck about what we do in the States. He's like, I don't understand. Like, besides just wanting to have knowledge of a country situation, he's like, I'll come here and I watch the TV and I listen to the radio, and you guys are all into this Obama, Hillary, McCain stuff. It's like, why do you guys care? And at the end of the day, I don't know. Really and truly, because there's not that much that you guys do that really affect us at the end of the day.
So you guys are just
it's great when you guys are all effed up with George Bush, like our dollar is strong as shit. So that's great. Coming over here and buying all your stuff at bar. That's great. But besides that, there's doesn't really matter, because you guys do a lot of retarded stuff that would never fly in Canada.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying, all day. So it really doesn't matter. I think for us, it's really more about watching a soap opera.
Yeah.
Cause like there's just all kind of stuff. Like I don't understand how you guys haven't rioted across the country and like just went to war within your own soil. Like you guys do some stuff that I watch on TV. I'm like, wow, this is real life. This is quote unquote a democracy. Like sure it is. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think we just watch more for the entertainment factor.
Yeah, that's interesting. I had no idea. So I appreciate that honesty, David.
Yeah.
Let's take it back to the album.
You're thinking too highly of yourself.
It wasn't even that. I was just generally thinking kind of a trickle down sort of
Like
diplomacy.
you're like a nationalist. You'd be like egocentric.
Like very far from any sort of jingoism.
The dope thing about a lot of Canada's political views are we're kind of that neutral nation wherein I mean nobody wants to be viewed as that guy that just gets along with everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you're the bully, you want to make sure that you can kick everybody's ass so that when you want stuff to go down, that person is going to be in your corner or else you'll beat them up. You know what I'm saying? Bullies hate people like Canada because we are not necessarily going to fall to the pressure. And I mean, even with the stuff you guys have going on with the Iraq war, it's like the views that you guys have within your government and stuff, we don't go for all of that. You understand what I'm saying? Even the whole military process is just different in Canada. Doesn't matter if all we have is muskets. The point is where our mentality is it's different from the States.
No doubt. We gotta let you go, but let's before we go, let's talk a little bit about the album again. Who all do you have on the album? We've been playing the Set It Off joint with the clips, of course.
No, thank you.
The video's coming for that.
Oh yeah. What's today?
Today is the 21st.
Monday.
Monday.
So the video's gonna be dropping real soon.
Today.
Oh, word.
Yeah, like as far what they let me know is that they were supposed to leak it onto the net today, and then they're gonna send it into MTV and BT and all the rest of those stuff with T's in it.
Nice.
They're
So who
supposed
else?
to send it today.
Who else are you working on?
We got the clips on there. We got Jay Davy. We have T-Pain, Akon. We have one of my artists from the Black Jays who's on the Burnt joint, Lindo P.
Yep.
Is the J Davy joint the Digital Motown joint?
Digital Motown.
Jake One?
Produced by Jake One, who I always, every interview, I always have to say his name 3 times. Oh, Jake One's producing? That's so dope. I'm like,
everybody in the club.
I didn't know we had Jake One.
Jake One gets tipsy.
They're like, what? Jake One. Oh, Jake One. From the Bay Area. Yeah, Jake One. That's,
Yeah, nice. How'd that track come together? Talk about that for a little bit.
He put it this way: if this was New Jack City and I was Pookie, he would be my supplier. Like really and truly, like I'm one of those. I'm a beat phonic. You understand what I'm saying? And Jake will be like, yeah, I just did 65 new joints. Let me send them to you, and he'll send them to me. You know what I mean? I'll record 3 of them. Talk to him a few weeks later. Yeah, I just did 94 new joints. Let me send them to you. So that's really the relationship that me and Jake has. Is like he's just so ill on the machines, and then obviously there's a little Ensonic family that sticks together. So you know what I'm saying? Like I know what it is when I get those ASR discs. You understand what I'm saying? Like nah, man. I mean, I originally, it's funny. The first time that I ever heard of Jake was, I can't remember when we came through, but I had a Jake One beat tape.
Oh, the old school.
A beat cassette. Because the funny thing was I didn't realize it was the same dude until later when a friend of mine, Mr. Attic, who is really good friends with Jake, like that's where that whole thing came from, how we became like really cool. Then I went back and I looked and I was like, yo, this is the same Jake. Like, you know what I mean? So that's how all that came through.